is approximately... The formula escapes me.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 1. Capture the objective.
Let's get this show on the road.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another SVU live stream. I am Coach Kev. We're jumping into a best of 5 SVU versus UAH. Seen these schools go at it many times in many different games. We'll see how it turns out here tonight. This is going to be a third place match for their conference. Trying to get as many national points as possible, trying to get podium placed here in conference. Knights took semifinals 2-5, and it was a very close bout, but they ended up losing that one. Dr. Vertex, your boy, is in for Jack. See how that ends up turning out. Curveball there for the Knights squad. That will go down. Saw these guys play, and it looks like the Knights just getting completely wiped here. Vertex gonna retreat. We saw these guys go at it earlier in the season, but it was a weird one where the match started like an hour late. UAH forfeited 2 of the maps, and then we played a best of 3 essentially. And the Knights took it, but it took 5. So, Knights losing 2 of those maps, and then brought it back in the end. So UAH had the upper hand. Vertex going to go down, but Atlas will get the trade. So healer for DPS, see what that ends up favoring. Atlas has ult here. Going to drop it, going to ice block. A lot of damage on the ram. Thane coming out with the Sigma, and the Knights going to retaliate with a wipe of their own. So, excellent work. Each team winning their offensive battles. It's really going to come down to who can win the defense, who can stop a push, who can hold the ground longer, who can get that final kick. Gonna pop it early. Gets almost a 4-man. We'll get the ice block out. We'll find a kill on the support. We'll hit a rock in midair. Looks like the Bane getting really low. Where's the rest of the squad? Vertex on the side trying to find an angle. The Knights losing this fight. So what looked like his big sigil wasn't big enough.
The enemy is taking the objective.
Knights hold on to 2 ults there. They did use 2 of their own. I like the aggression, but maybe the follow-up is not quite there. Always find myself watching the tank POV and don't quite get the whole picture doing that. Stuns coming in from Vertex, trying to get some damage in.
Barrier initialized.
Able to scoot out of that. So maybe they can make their move here. Boulder gonna go in, but Atlas goes down. Atlas goes down again. Vertex will find one with his ult, one just with the pistol. The Knights lose out on the fight. Trying to get to their May ult here at 89%. They're gonna have to make some moves to try to get it. They're gonna wall off, trying to touch. Gonna get the move speed. Can he get there? No, we'll get sniped off. So the Knight's not able to touch. And they get kind of caught in that bottleneck. So Knight's gonna have to coordinate a little bit better here if they want to win this one. Losing out on kills across the board.
Things were a lot simpler, when I was robbing banks for the Deadlock gang.
So we'll see what they can do.
Another mission. Man, I'm so excited. Speed it up, everyone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
Coming out of the gate.
Hey, we lost, but now it's time to win, right?
Go
The
bridge
barrier
side.
appears.
We'll ice block off the tank. Try to focus the DPS here.
Collapsing the barrier.
We'll take out a healer. See what the doctor's cooking up. First on looking for heals. Trying to find some shots. This guy's flying around. We'll find the shot there in the end. Vertex coming up with the kill. The Knights will wipe them. We'll take control of the objective here. On the second look at this map. Penguin in disguise. That's going to be a boop off the map of the Ramatra. So the Knights buying some time here. Great boop coming in from Ronald Reagan.
Enemy here.
Go to the Lucio camp. See what we're cooking up here.
Let's do it fast.
No wall off. Not quite able to catch him. FB going in with the sigil. Here you got ice block. They'll grab the ramp kill. This is just a preliminary fight, though. Knights win this fight, so put themselves in position to win this map if they can win another fight. But no buttons really used from Alabama Huntsville, so
Over here.
see if they end up coming up. They're switching over to the Arisa now. So the Knights finding some answers, or at least posing some questions that UAH is looking for answers to.
Barrier initialized.
They're all swinging around. Throwing, here comes a ton of ults. Looking for the Emerys. Will get slapped. Fantastic sleep coming in from Liv. Is it enough though? Kane's still alive. Does he have anyone with him? It looks like May's here for now. But June is coming, and I don't know if the Knights can win this fight. Thane trying to hold off, has a couple teammates here. They can't seem to find the kills. Does have ulti. I don't think we use it here, but it looks like we will. Possibly. Yes, we'll push them off the point with it. So, they went Doom to try to rush back. And there was enough reinforcements there for the Knights to close out on that map. So tied 1-1 here in the best of 3 on the first map. Inside the best of 5.
Stay sharp. It's harder to keep you alive when you're distracted.
Let me make sure get the Twitch working here.
Not as quick as I used to be.
Ronald Reagan
but I'm
switching over
still
to the
the
cat.
fastest gun in the New West.
Livy with a fantastic sleep there.
1. Round 3. Capture the objective.
Right, moving over to the right side. Vertex gonna hold a hard angle over here. Boppity bop, boppity bop. We'll get the ice block early. Roll in. For some more poke. Chip battle here. No kills going over just yet to either side. Vertex taking some damage. Get healed up by the cat. Here comes the push. UAH. Vertex once again gets the ice block. He can't quite finish off any of these kills. Gonna have to back up. We'll get taken down. That's the inaugural fight. See how things progress from here. Joe's gonna push through. Alrighty, get his body. We'll trade a tank and a support for it though. Lose our tank as well. Flank coming in from Vertex, and Vertex will finally kill a Cosmic Owl.
Standing for talent. I'm on the objective.
So,
You should swing by too.
there we go. Good job from the Knights getting their way through that choke, finding the picks they needed, closing out that fight. So, should be able to get some percent here. Freeze. White finish it off. Now when the Knights decide to use their ults, maybe we'll get a pick, May versus May. Or a Mantra ult. They're down somebody. Can the Knights counter? They will counter with their own May ult. So they win the fight, hold on to 3 ults. About to get Lucio's back up. Or up. For the first time. After the switch. So, nice. Take the percent lead, but it's all going to come down to these fights. They're going to look proactive. Yes, they are. Sid going to go in, going to grab a huge ult. We'll pick up and drop 3 of them. 2 quick kills. And you'd love to see that aggression coming in from Thane. Not giving them a chance to set up. Well, it's a free win. They didn't get many cooldowns. Basically, your decision here is:
Be warned.
do you hold to try to get as many enemy cooldowns as you can, and then retake, or do you try to win this fight? No, we get frozen out of our cast field. That's what I'm talking about. They're going to use a bunch of ults here because they have to win this fight. The Knights can save cooldowns and then retake. I don't know if that's the decision they went with. No, it looks like the Knights used all of their cooldowns as well. So, I think a little bit of a questionable decision. I think they thought they had them caught, but they didn't. Ebb and flow. Playing for a pick. A little bit of time. Gotta win one more fight.
Barrier initialized.
Here comes the ult from Atlas. Focus the ramp, take him down, but is there a trade? Good ice block coming in. Can they kill the Emery? They're gonna boulder one. The Knights are wiping them off the face of the earth. One lives and he's stalling, but the Knights will take him out as well. So the Knights should be able to close out this first map. Go up 1-0. Oh, still be overtime force with the ball, so there's always a chance. Both coming in from the SIG. I like this. Deny, deny, deny. Overkill, overkill, overkill. Here they come. I keep fighting. Keep killing them. Overtime still forced. The May will drop. That'll be map 1 going over to the Knights in the best of 5.
Victory. Play of the game.
记住，不洗澡。
Winner.
Simple arithmetic.
Epic. Welcome to Esperanza.
The perfect world is shaped by my hand. Sharper than words.
Say you're a good shot. Hope you don't mind it out there.
I know more than anyone that a head that big is an easy target.
Five, four, three, two, one. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
勇往直前。Activating defense array. I see one. I've spotted a foe. Light intervenes. This robot, oh man.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Map number 2, Knights up 1-0 on the best of 5.
They've stolen the robot. Oh, whatever will we do?
Whoa! Brain prey!
The target.
Mind the
Damage and
shards.
Vertex going really crazy ham. So is Atlas. They
Making
both
fine
died
progress
to
with
the
our
Soj.
barricade.
It's leader positioning, but Ronald Rage goes down.
Volatile creation. Try to catch up. Constructing my
I'm gonna get the
barrier.
main signal. Alright, here comes the
Stop that barricade in its tracks.
go down to that. The Knight's getting pushed back here.
Your team has lost the lead.
The enemy took our lead.
Freeze. Get him to jump out. Take a little corridor here. Field gets frozen up. A little dodge out of it. Winston back in the back line. The Knight's not able to get that Winston down. For a Tracer. She was screwed out of there as often as she was so often done. Post fight, they will find an open kill there on the Tracer. Might find anything else. Push back the enemy. Knights with a good hold. Now turning into an offensive push. Can they find an angle? They'll find the Sojourn. Maybe switch over to the Kiri with the Winston. I like that change up. Vertex will find the kill on the enemy Kiri. Winston in the fight. Cards flying from the Livster. The Knights on the push. Good attack there from the Knights. Good patience on the defensive hold.
We're in the lead. Over there. Enemy here. Enemy here.
Flank on the left side. Sojourn behind the Knights. They're behind the robot.
Serve my
Down the
design.
Winston. Don't want to give that Sojourn any angles. The Knights are gaining value. Here comes the attack. We'll try to live. The Tracer will get the bomb placed. Bob goes down. We're trying to run around with the Bob. So the Knights kind of overthink that one.
Need to get that robot back.
And end up losing the fight decisively.
They insult me at their own peril.
Don't like to see ults be used and lose the fight, but
Over here.
I was trying to regroup and stop this forward check. That guy like they're getting low, but they finish off though. Nah. That spells bad news tonight. The ult coming from the Lucio. They counter with a Mayo. They'll take him down there. Thane lives. So great healing, great support, great Mayo. Nice turn it around, but Sojourn trying to turn it around by himself. And is doing a great job at that. Will die in the end. Tracer lives. Trying to stall out. She's got to be out of jumps. We hit one bullet here. Oh, Thane will get it. Boy. Okay. Magua, is that even his name? Is that the bad guy in Last of Mohegans? I don't know, I'm getting everything confused. My brain has turned to a puddle. Alright, so I got caught off guard.
Let's go.
Knight's just gonna give up a lot of space here.
At this rate, we won't be in the lead for much longer here.
Switching over all of our healers, but it takes forever for the Knights to give up the track. Oh, they already gave it. Thought we were defended. Protects the top corner. Okay, for freeze, can't quite find it.
Your team has lost the lead.
We don't have the lead anymore.
Straight out back lines here. The Tracer will find us. No just yet. Down the forward valley.
I see that. Do so that.
That seems to kill. Dagger in there, so that'll be a nice dagger coming in. I don't know if we traded, but
Next time.
Knights prevail.
Now we're talking.
They've lost the lead though. Gonna need to push. 2 minutes 40 seconds to go. Seems like a short one. Normally this one drags on and on forever with an 8-minute timer, but already at 2:30. Find some ults. Vertex going down quick. They're gonna come in and try to drop the ulti. Doesn't have any teammates, so the Knight's too slow to pull the trigger. And let the enemy set up.
Like common rivers.
2-minute warning.
He's now gonna have to win a defensive fight, saving as many cooldowns as possible.
Enemy over here.
They're moving the barricade.
Let the kitsune
Holds well.
Touch now.
Nice switch. Shifting around characters. Keep is fine. Still.
This ends now.
That'll be map 2. So the Knights get things tied up 1-1 in the best of 5. We'll be back in a minute with map number 3.
Play of the game.
Well done, charge. Area denial.
Winner.
Done, done, and done.
Traveling to Eichenwald.
Why ask questions when you could just obey?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are at map number 3. Everything's tied up 1-1. So we're in a best of 3 now.
Is anyone stopping me?
Eichenwald. Got the usual lineup: Atlas, Livy, Ronald Reagan, and Thane, and then you have Dr. Vertex subbing in for Jack here tonight. So we'll see how that ends up going. Been doing fine, I think. Thane back on the SIG after it was banned last game. Let's be starting out on defense here on this map.
The barrier appeared.
The explosion just didn't work here from Thane. It's gonna push them out. What Vertex is up to on the robot. Saw him in the front line there. Thing's done. As his headshot lined up. I'll just watch the thing the entire match. Tank angle gives you so much information. Wheels is down here. Atlas finding knocking the Reaper off. Has some traps laid for him. And the whip coming in from Ronald. Old Ronnie McDonnie finding the kill there, and the Knights with another good defensive hold. Still a long way to go, and ult's going to be coming online. Are the Knights ready for it, or are they getting overconfident?
Barrier initialized. Return to me. Everything is falling into place.
Coming in, we'll get bouldered. It's going to fade. Final Vertex. We're back on Thane. I need a cameraman that follows somebody else. So where's my Atlas? Here we go. On the way. Backs up. Assassin. We don't be attacked though. One go down from the Knights. Get the trade by Atlas. Gets caught in a bad spot. Thane alive, so I guess we're gonna have to watch him. Can they find the Kiri? Yes. The Knights hold. They lose their DPS, but hold for now. But the offense is gonna be able to get back here faster. So they're gonna have to be soft. Matching SIG for SIG. drops. Ults are going to be coming in any second now from UAH. Be ready for that. Have this escape plan. There we go, and they'll take him out with the Junkrat ult. Will that be enough? Maybe getting focused somewhat. Reaper in the back line, backing up. That window's going to protect him. Livy will go down. He's losing space, but we'll trade the Reaper. Already in place. The Knight's living on very low HP, but living nonetheless, at least for now. Thane getting aggressive, getting confident. We'll be getting a health pack. Knight's low on HP, but 20 seconds to go. They need to find a way to hold this choke once again.
Hey. Over here.
They survived the ult push. They were really smart about it. Oh, we're already getting low. 6 HP. Dr. Vertex finding an ult kill. Reaper gonna be in here. Can they kill the Reaper? Will the ult come out and devastate our backline? Ball is here.
Sometimes it takes two.
The Knights really smart with their positioning here. Doing a great job. Finding the kills they need. Can they kill the ball? And they will have a fantastic defensive hold. Really, really good defensive hold there from the Knights. Picturesque, one might say.
Switching sides.
But there's still that chance that the defense holds here from UAH. Job's not done in this map or in the series, so Knight's gonna have to lock in, see if they can find an angle to get onto that point and get a third, and that'll give them this third map. Put them 2-1 up in the series.
Why ask questions when you could just obey?
I'm with you. Don't be afraid to ask for help out there.
Not all of us are scientists, but that's no reason to be careless.
I will see this task completed.
Like Vertex been doing good on the Bastion. I always think that middle stat is deaths, but it's assists. You know, I'm like, wow, our healers are feeding. But they're not. I mean, one of them is, but. Alright, nice one over to the right side. Looking to set up a teleport here. Anyone's base, they're going to TP through. Okay, now can they, when the fight with wheels comes out, can they focus it? No, they will lose Atlas. Vertex behind, doesn't have wheels. They'll find a kill on the Kiri. Can Vertex find anything? Though needs to get in there. We'll find one. We'll get wheels up now. We'll go through the wall. We'll kill one. We'll kill two. Can the Knights respawn and get in there? It's just the May.
Aligning sentry positions. Enemy inside.
But she's holding well. She's stalling it out. We're going to her ice block.
Enemy.
Knights have him on the ropes. The UAH can get their feet under them here. So the Knights going to have to regroup. And I think with this ball, they should. Just regroup, form up as 5, win the next fight. You don't need to go crazy here. Just hold this choke if you can. If not, it's okay. Wait for your full force.
The barrier's weakened.
Almost got a pick there. Now with UAH on heroes that they switch to get quickly back to the point. Knights can play nice and slow. Lost landed down, we'll get boulders. Should get focused down. Knights can't get their shots. Here comes the enemy male. Take down Thane. Thane gets pushed out of the way and will actually live. So no deaths coming in. Vertex way up too far. Nice regrouping here. sig ult. No May. Oh, it's an awkward jump. We'll find one, but just the May. Staying a little bit too quick to push the ult button there, but we'll push in with the Lucio ult. Here comes Wheels. Nice, need to find some kills. The counter Lucio ult comes out. And the Knights will die. This might be a 0-0 overtime.
Strength from nature.
Minute 13 to go. No advantage here for the Knights.
Teleporter manifested.
Two mid kind of ults.
Wonderful.
60 seconds to mid.
Excellent. Enemy in sight.
Yeah, they're taking the left side. This is the slowdown we wanted to see. Too late. Okay, they're gonna keep you up to the high ground. They need to find a pick. There we go. 2 picks come in. Can they find more? They need to kill this May. There we go. Where's the ball? Beam him down. The Knights will take the third map after a heroic defense from UAH. But in the end, not enough.
Play of the game.
Put some air on that one and didn't die.
Winner.
Simple arithmetic.
Arriving at Watchpoint Gibraltar.
I'll find my own path. Follow the rules.
Make your preparation.
Alrighty.
Is effective
Here we are.
research.
Map 4. Knights trying to close out. UAH trying to force a
Support
map.
your local bombardier.
5. Watchpoint Gibraltar. This is a map that we've had some success on. Usually do pretty good on offense on this map. We'll see if we can get a defensive hold. Got the Junkrat, got the Ash, got the Sig.
Barrier is nearly stuck. The barrier has fallen. The barrier cannot withstand much more.
Drop down. You get a lot of damage. Winston getting low. Winston will go down. Good drop down from Crane. Tracer zooming around. There we go, Vertex. Hitting some shots. So who has better aim? The guy playing Ash or the guy playing Junkrat? Ooh. Hold on to this for me. Junkrat going down. Getting close to the Diva. Decent enough angle. Jump back up. Diva chasing. Into the hands of the rest of the Knights. Only will get one shot by Atlas. Ooh, gonna get the rewind. Atlas will take down the Tracer as well. Knights haven't lost anybody yet, but ult's gonna be coming online. Rock will go in, Vertex goes down. High ground has been taken away. Mech gets destroyed. Playing the low ground here. Freaking on the wall will get taken out. So the Knights return the push. We're looking at Thane again. Come on. Let's watch some Ronald Reagan here.
Draw strength
Throwing
from
heels,
nature.
throwing heels, climbing, jumping, looking at the bad guys. Strafing. The Doomfist, he's dead. Vertex gives him the rocket bolts. Atlas finds the kill with the Riptire. A minute to go though, and Knights with 2 ults, almost 3.
Over there.
Coming in from Thane. Knocked down Sky. Vertex. Gonna sleep on the Reaper. He's waking up. Fading around. We almost have Nano, but the whole team's dying there. Living up top, not able to get involved. So the Knights lose the fight. Libby behind them. I'm not sure what the plan is.
Over here.
Has Nano. Get asleep. We're gonna be back with the team. Maybe should look for a Nano there before dying. Might as well if you're trying to fight this. The first checkpoint is obtained. Nice retreating.
Enemy contact.
Actuating the barrier.
Nice moving out on the high ground here. Again, getting a little bit spread out. Taken out.
I've got you in overdrive.
Vertex. Not able to find much value. We'll find one, almost 2. Freya. Knights just looking a little bit disorganized here. Not sure where to hold. Trying to just win out on firefighting. Where's my Junkrat cam? No, he goes down. Nice, not setting up. Vertex finds the kill. 1v1 here. 1 out. Chasing down the Lucio. So now I want to see where the Knights, what the plan is here. Is it this corner? Is this where Siggy's setting up?
Over there.
We got this guy up here.
30 seconds remaining.
Got this guy over here on the flank. Save. Kind of ulty looking at it. Let's got the Kyrie ult. There we go. Ult will be used to take out top the galley. Ult coming in from your boy Thane. 10 seconds to go. This could be the fight that stops the attack. Can they clean up the tank? Looks like they will. So great little trap set there by the Knights. And a good defensive hold. See what they can do on the offensive end.
Score 0-1. Switching sides.
We're here to be heard.
Safety's off. It's a cruel world out there.
Let's go, let's go, let's go! Bump up the bass. It's time to roll out.
Just see it and get lost. I dare you.
All right, see if the Knights can get the push.
4, 3, 2, 1. Attack commence.
Starting out with the Lucio. Little Christmas present here. Around the left side. Try to get up on that high ground.
Enemy here.
There's an enemy here.
Junker King. They'll be too fast on the flank, but they will apply some pressure. Fires off, they go to Blind Kill on the Fury. It's great to just sweep them off the high ground. Meanwhile, main force pushing through. Fantastic attack here with the Knights. Punch that guy. The Knights will score the first checkpoint, so they have plenty of time, 5:30, to get to this yellow diamond and take the map and the series and get third place in conference with a good chance at the Nationals berth next week. But we'll see if they can close this. Plenty of time, but they gotta keep winning fights. They gotta stay a step ahead of the enemy. Side, the airplane, main approaching, take down the Lucio. And they get that Reaper kill, yes! So the Knights are killing them all, and this should be it. The Knights wipe them, and that should do it. The Knights will take it 3-1 in the best of 5, third place in their conference, and a good chance at Nationals next Friday. We'll see you guys there. Thanks for being here.